everybody, Joseph Ventori again. Coming with you with some great news. It's going to be effective November 4th, 2024 of this year, for the FHA 203K loan for the standard and limited. Tori, if you want to discuss the first one on the
Yeah.
list, that would be perfect.
Yeah. And just so you guys remember, the 203K loans are a type of rehab loans when you're along the FHA product line, right? That's specifically to the FHA product line. There's a 203K maximum loan and a limited loan. The limited loan used to be, you still have a max amount of 35,000. So if you
Right.
needed 36,000, you went into a whole realm of more cost, more headache, more, it was just bigger hoops to jump through. Well, now they've more than doubled that. So
Mhm.
now the watered down limited one that makes it easier and smoother, that goes all the way up to 75,000. That's a really big difference. You know what I mean? That's a big difference of what you can get done in your house for 75,000, makes it the easy, limited, reduced fees, streamlined program. So that was a really good piece of information that's coming on. Just more reason to even entertain these rehab loans. And the easier the better on those lines. And Joe, I'll let you talk about these next ones because I think that goes right into what you usually are speaking of.
Right. So they also increased it, the timeline to 9 months instead of 6 months, which is huge because if they're going to increase the amount of standard budget, limited budget for 75,000, that 9 months makes the construction not rush. Because let's say you're basically with 75,000, Tori, technically some places, depending on where you're buying, you can almost do a gut rehab with 75,000, depending on where you're buying. So 9 months, because I always tell my guys, I'd rather have you go slower, do more quality than try to go fast and get it finished with, because that's not going to help the customer in any type of way. So 9 months helps us out a lot. The limited 203K now consultant fees can be financed, just helps the buyer a lot. I mean, those consultant fees can range from 1,000 to 1,400. It has to come directly out of your pocket before even closing the loan. So now that they can be financed into the loan, that just saves upfront costs, especially when you're buying it. If it's your first home, which FHA usually is. If it's your first home, you still got to buy other stuff, lawnmowers, snow plows, and different type of stuff like that. So to save 1,400 is a lot of money, to be financed. And now that is going to be the standard 203 is now 12 months instead of 6 months, which is also huge because now that's a year. So let's say you're doing a gut rehab for 3,000 square feet. I mean, you're talking about down to the studs, you're talking about drywall, flooring, mechanicals, all your plumbing, HVAC, electrical, all that stuff's getting redone. That takes time. People don't know, as we were talking about last week, Tori, how long this stuff actually takes to get it rolling. So technically 12 months, it can be a lot of time, and sometimes if you're doing a gut, it's not a lot of time depending on the type of condition the house is in. Plumbing, the major stuff I say, roof, plumbing, foundation, electrical, HVAC. I mean, that stuff could be 5 months right there, depending on the condition of the house. So it just some of this stuff when people are first saying, like we were talking about last week, hey, I want to get into flips, I want to get into flips, I want to do flips, I want to do flips. This is what I'm talking about. Go slow at it. Hey, why don't you live in a house? Now we have 12 months to complete it. You can see every detail. So then you can start your business and flipping instead of I'll jump into it and then all of a sudden you lose money. So it's a lot of stuff that this helps, for your first time investor even also. So that's why I like that they're introducing this in November of this year, actually. And that's basically what I want to talk about. The consultant fees increase, but they only increase by like 100 to 200. But now that you can finance them, I mean, Tori can explain that. That's really nothing on cost, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think all this was really good news, for people to expand a little further out, have the loan amounts be better, have so again, any questions you guys have, give Joe or I a call. We're here, but this is all great news, even more reason to find the house that you love. And if 35,000 couldn't get you there, and now 75,000 get you there, and anything above 75 we do as well. Remember, this is all in the lane of the FHA lane. There are still other rehab loans in the other lanes, but this was great news on the FHA lane.
And to add to that, Tori, some people might not know, you can go, I mean, for the consultant fees, after 140,000, they just do 1% of the consultant fees. So people think, oh, I can only go up to 100,000. You can go up to as high as you want as long as the ARV. I just wanted to make that point, as long as the ARV makes sense. So that's what I'm saying, the 12 months, that really helps a lot. If you're going in the $250,000 range of rehab, that
Yeah,
really helps a lot.
definitely,
So,
definitely. All right. So if anyone has any questions, reach out to Joe or myself. We're here to help.
all right, see you guys.
Thanks, everyone.